Hello, I'm Grin and welcome back to Build Request, where once again I've been asked to build a military vehicle, which once more I have to apologise that I'm not exactly familiar with military vehicles, so I'll no doubt be getting some small details wrong. But with that disclaimer out of the way, this request comes from my old menace, who has asked me to build a Confederate ironclad. Now, aside from the basics, I know very little about the Confederate War. It's considerably after my period of historic knowledge and also on the wrong continent, so I resorted to Google image searches for reference pictures of the vehicle, and I mainly base this build off of these two here. So if these images aren't of the kind of Confederate ironclad you wanted, well, I do apologise, but at the very least, this is a build of that model. And so, as is the case with most builds of large vehicles, whether they be spaceships or the seafaring variety, I knew that the main problem while doing this build would be had with clashes with the build space and also the part limit. And so, the main portion of this build, I was constructing the vehicle very much keeping this in mind. As such, essentially every single part saving shortcut has been used, whether it be replacing blocks with ammos or engines or fuels, or utilising practically every single storage item. The vehicle's part limit in this ironclad build is stretched to the limit. And then on top of that, I also knew that it would have to be quite a lot longer than the game would allow, so this build is also utilising the size glitch. If you don't already know about that, a link to a tutorial on the size glitch will be at the end of this video and also in the description. Once that was all worked out, the vehicle came together pretty well, and with the smoke machine part on the top, when activated it looked like it was steaming along quite well. There was, however, one minor problem that was kind of breaking the realism of the vehicle, namely that the back was underwater and the front was sticking up into the sky. And so the next main part of this build was largely focused on rebalancing the vehicle. Sinkers were placed to the front and floaters were redistributed across the vehicle over and over again until finally it sat in the water properly. Once done, what followed were some important extra details for historical accuracy, such as googly eyes and a paint job, and the vehicle was finished. I tested the vehicle out in the challenge Beat the Fleet because that seems like the most logical choice, and while it's not a practical vehicle if you're trying to get a good time, as after all, you do have to assemble it at the start, it's still a very fun vehicle to use for the challenge. And so there you have it, a Confederate ironclad in Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts. I hope you enjoyed the build, and as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, I have been and still am Grim Grindle. If you would like to follow me on social media, a link to my Twitter is in the description below, and if you would like to join the Channel Grim and Grin Discord, the Echo Chamber, a link to that is also available. There is within it a discussion on Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts, so if you're looking to talk about the game with other gamers, well, that's a good place to do it. And if you want a copy of this vehicle in your own save, what will follow now is a layer by layer so you can copy it over.
Come. Come.